Happy day, everyone. It is Friday, and I'm so glad that you are tuned in. You know, this is our time that we unpack some things. And of course, I keep telling y'all, that's my name until you give me something else. That's the name of our Friday experience until you tell me something else. But I appreciate you joining, and I encourage you, if you haven't done so already, to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any notifications anytime I'm on here. I appreciate you. And I need you to do me a favor. Will you? Come on. Will you? Here's the favor. I appreciate all of you who watch um, and or share and click the thumbs up that you like this. And I encourage you to keep doing that because that continues to help populate to other people's pages and different things like that. So your engagement does. But I also want to encourage you, like in the comments section below, like let me know like your thoughts as we are engaging, as I'm trying to ask questions and make sure that um, you're plugged in. So let me know because it helps me as it relates to every week we're coming together. So I post this on my different platforms, but as you comment and you engage in the comment section below, it really helps me to know like more of this, not so much of that. It really helps me, and I really appreciate you because you don't want to just keep saying things and people are like, I ain't paying attention. So, and I know you are. So I appreciate you so much for doing that. So can you do me that favor by commenting in the comment section so that I can engage with you and that you can share this with other people too. All right. So today we're going to talk about how no is a complete sentence. I made a post the other day about how we deal with boundaries. And that is something that I am getting better in. It's admittedly a thing that I have to constantly work on. When a person is used to being there for everything, for everyone, for all reasons, no reasons, it can be a difficult thing to make those adjustments. And I say a person, meaning I was that person. Not so much now, but was very much so. Wanted to drive here to support this one or be at this to make sure that I was in the bill. All these different reasons. And when I was with some students a few weeks ago, we had a discussion. And one of the questions was, how do you deal with boundaries? Like, do you always feel like you have to answer your phone? And the engagement started being from them like, yeah, like if I don't answer my phone, like then when I call someone back, I have to tell them, why I didn't call them back. Or if someone knocks on my door and I don't answer, then I got to tell them, the reason why I didn't knock the door. And I was like, why do you feel like you have to be that accessible? They're like, because it's rude. Like if you don't answer the door, someone knocking on the dorm room or anywhere, or if you don't answer the phone, then that's rude. Or if you don't answer a text message immediately, then that's rude. And I said, well, what if something is going on? What if you're in class? What if you're studying? What if you're whatever? Well, then I got to tell them what I'm doing. And that's what led me to say to them, not being available or saying, no, I can't do something is a complete sentence. And then the conversation went, well, that's rude because you got to tell them why. And I started really thinking about the times in my own life, including that season of life being a undergraduate, a student, the times when I was not able to do something or be somewhere and I inserted the reason. Like I feel like I needed to tell them, well, the reason I can't come because I got something going on at the same time, or I was going to come. I'm with you in spirit. All these different things we say just to make sure people don't feel like we weren't supportive. When in reality, it is. I said when in reality, it may not be everyone's reality. So let me make sure I preface that. In most cases, though people care that you might have missed something, ultimately they don't always care about the reason. Is that fair to say? Y'all tell me in the comment section. People will say, I miss you, I wish you were able to come, but very rarely does the reason add any more weight. I have found that the reason I have said things through the years or felt like I needed to volunteer some type of information, it was so that I wouldn't be viewed as, you know, not as supportive or, as if I was just so booked and busy that I couldn't, all these different types of things. And inventory of those different engagements has caused me to be at a different posture now. And my posture has shifted through a number of reasons that I won't get into all of them, but I just want to share one of them that I think might resonate with some of you. Have you noticed how you might bend your schedule? You might add something to your calendar that's already full. You might adjust, make some adjustments to fit in something that wasn't already there. And then when you look back on the people or person that you made the adjustment for or tried to make sure you were included in that, you included in your schedule, have you ever noticed how the same adjustments or the same recalculation of schedule or time is not extended towards you? So in your effort to feel like you wanted to be supportive and didn't want to miss it because of all these reasons, that same courtesy is not usually given to you. And that doesn't mean we only do things for the support of, to get the same support. Like, that's not it, because I had to sit with that. I mean, please know, when we're unpacking this, I've unpacked this, but I'm just unpacking it again with you all. I had to sit with all those types of thoughts of, well, I don't want, well, it's okay. I mean, I always show up. They don't have to show up for me. Like they don't have to. I mean, like, yeah, I made sure I didn't that, don't I go every year? I mean, like I don't I always send I always have you, they they don't, like, all those, see that right there, that just happened. Those are all of the different thoughts that we try to rationalize with, like, until you really say, I'm always making myself available for those who are not always making themselves available for me. And how long it takes for those of us who feel like we've got to say yes to everything and everyone, how long it takes for us to finally realize, I've been saying yes to everyone and everything that has not always said yes to everything that I have had or everything that I have going on. And you'll start to have a humbling thought that, could you really be upset not with the people, persons, or things that have not shown you that same type of grace? Not because of them, but could you really be upset because you abandoned your own boundaries? By that I mean saying yes to everyone and everything lends to not being able to say yes to you and the things that matter. So when it comes time for, have you ever felt guilty for just saying no? Or guilty for choosing yourself instead of, and hear this, and sometimes it wasn't that you always had a lot going on, you just didn't want to. And you felt guilty about that. I mean, let's unpack this. How those of us who have been on the people pleasing side, or not wanting to let people down side, or don't want people to feel that we've changed side or whatever, how that bend towards making yourself available at all times has not lent itself to serve you very well. And I would venture to say that that's not all. It is easier for some people to get there. Like I just said no. But for others of us, it's like, well, I said no, and then I feel like I had to tell them, I got an exam, I'm in my doctoral studies, I have this event going on, I have to be over here, whatever. Like but I'm trying to fit it in. Like we go through all these different things when no is adequate. Like to be able to, will you be able to? I mean, we got this going on Friday. You just found out Monday. Will you be able to come? No. Well, I really wanted you there. Well, if you really wanted me there, maybe you would have told me a month ago. I mean, I don't know, but there's so many different things that we feel that if we say no to others, we let them down, when in reality, you're not letting someone else down. You're often letting yourself down if you don't have the bandwidth to be able to fit that in your schedule or to fit that in your life right now. Sometimes you're just not there. It's not the lack of support, not the lack of engagement, not the lack of enjoyment of the person or friendship or anything. It's just, I don't have the bandwidth right now. Whether you've been working 12 hours, or whether you're a nonprofit leader, whether you're your own entrepreneur, whether you're in school, whether you're a parent, balancing and juggling different things. And that might be the one day or the 2 hours or 3 hours that you had, like, I finally had a moment. And now you filled that 3 hours with something else just because of the lack of ability to say no without filling in the blanks. Now that I have your attention, have you subscribed to this channel? If you haven't done so, do me a favor right now and hit the subscribe button and make sure your notifications are on. I don't want you to miss anything at all. The next question I have for you, have you registered for Refuel? I had a few questions I wanted to get off my chest. Have you registered for Refuel? Because if you haven't done so, I need you to do so right now. I don't want you to miss it. It's going to be a great weekend designed with you in mind. I know what it's like to be a leader, a creative, a business leader, all of that, an educator, all those different things, artist, whatever I haven't listed, social worker, bus driver, whatever it is that you are, and you go and go and go and don't stop. I want to create a weekend. I have a weekend in mind just to make sure that you get fuel to be able to do it again and again and again. It's nothing like trying to do and be your best self and you're rusty. I want you to be there that weekend, because whether it's the sip and paint that we have on that Friday night with a DJ, just a great experience for you to just to wind down and to enjoy fellowship with other people that are like-minded like you, or that Saturday, a time for others to pour into you so that you'll not just have tools, but you'll be able to say, hey, thank you for creating a space that I could be refueled. I want you to be there. And when you register, send a link to somebody else, because I'm sure you know someone else who's at that point that they need just a little bit more to help them go further. So don't miss it. I want to see you. I don't want you to hear about it and say, oh, I'll be there next year. Be there this year. I promise you, you'll be glad you did. So I want us to practice right now, just for a moment. Just say it out loud. Say no. Like practice. No. And if you want to be more, soften the no a little bit, you can say, no, I'm not available. Come on, let's practice saying that. No, I'm not available. No, I can't, I won't be able to make that one. No, I'm sorry, I'm gonna miss that. Like, just go ahead and practice all of them without, I'm gonna miss it. And even when people ask you, well, why? I'm just not available. I don't think I'll be able to make it. Yeah. When I look back and scratch my head for a moment, I realize no is still the answer. Yeah, when I look up in the sky and stare at it for a moment and I look back at you, no, it's still my answer. When I look at my gas tank and I realize that it's full and I need it for the next 5 days to go back and forth to work, I realize it's a no for me. Yeah. Like, it doesn't have to be boundaries are important. And before you teach others about boundaries, you have to teach yourself to respect your own, because boundaries are not a bad thing. And I think, you know, when we look on the road and they're not called boundaries, but like areas that the rails, guardrails, is to make sure that when you're at a certain curve or a certain spot, that you don't go off the road. So if those different things are present and place for cars, what type of guardrails or boundaries do you have in place for yourself? Because you can't blame anyone else for what you haven't put in place yourself. When people get stretched, thin, pulled in every different direction, um, now exhausted, or and sometimes blaming whatever group that they were attached to for that, could there also be at the really core of that complaint the fact that I never established guardrails or boundaries? Like, I never said, this is how much I can do. This is how much I am available for this. Like, my office hours are from this time to this time. Even if I don't have an office, it's like my brain works from this time to this time. I'm going to respond from this time to this time. There's a do not disturb that's going to go on around this time. I only respond to emails around this time. I'm only signing up for 2 opportunities to serve in that area, because I cannot do 3, because then I'll be there every day. I got to have one day that I'm able to not do something. Like, what do your boundaries look like? Like, and sometimes you will have to update them. You'll have to, um, for different seasons, require different boundaries. For different roadways, there are different guardrails. Depending on how steep the curve is, determines how more stronger the guardrail is, or whatever it might be, to reinforce. When have you reinforced boundaries? Maybe not even to anybody else, but to yourself. So I was even looking up, like, even some of the benefits of boundaries. It protects your peace. Do you know how many of us, I'm including me, have just been like, oh, I got to do this, I got to do this. And really, you don't have to. You don't have to, but it's like, well, I signed up, I told them yes, well, tell them no. I'm like, I know some people, well, that's rude. It's rude to yourself to keep signing up for things of which you don't have any more room or bandwidth for, no margin for. It also creates healthier relationships, because if you say yes to all things when you need to say yes to the right thing, you don't even have the capacity for it. Versus saying no to things that somebody else can do, someone else could be at. It might be streamed. Um, It might have been a last minute invitation. Like, it might have been like somebody's having a birthday dinner tonight, and you're getting it at 9, or tomorrow we have all these things for different things going on, and your budget doesn't allow for it. You don't have to share that. You're like, I would love to, and I love that person. I would really love to support them. I'm going to shoot them a text message, or I'm going to call them and say, happy birthday. I heard about your dinner. I heard about whatever. I'm not going to be able to make it, but I just want to take this moment to just call and tell you happy birthday. I hope that this year is really brighter than the last year you had. That is just as meaningful than saying, oh, I can't come, I don't have the money. Because what happens when you say you don't have the money, it's not in your budget, then somebody's going to be like, girl, I got you. Man, I got you, bro. Don't worry, say less. What time? I got you. You have gas money, I'll pick you up. Then you be like, I really didn't want to go. But you didn't say that. You inserted an opportunity for someone to fix why you said you couldn't come, when in reality, you didn't need it fixed. You needed your mouth fixed. You needed your permission fixed to be able to say, I don't want to go, or I'm not going, and I don't think any less of you. I'm just not going to be available. That's it. It creates healthier relationships, and it presents resentment. Because what if the person said, well, hey, I'll give you gas money, or I give you money. And now you're going, but now you're not having a good time because you resented that you said yes instead of the first option, which was no without explanation. Come on, let's unpack this. Like, how are you dealing with it? It also protects your time and your energy. Have you ever been exhausted before you even get to the event because you were already winding down from something else or from the other things? You were already like, I'm just tired. And then you get to them, well, I got to go over here too. So now you're there and you're not even present because you don't have any more to give. So I know that could be a lot for some of you. And for some of you, just like, oh, I'm having heart palpitations just thinking about telling somebody no. Well, start with you. Like, build confidence within yourself. Like the little exercise we did earlier. No, I'm not going to be available for that. No, it's just not going to fit my schedule. I really wish I could. I'm just not going to be able to. Like, start to practice that. Not just the saying no, practice the saying yes to yourself. Practice choosing you. Practice the day that belongs to you. Because what I know for sure is that what you won't do and what you're not available for, there are 10 others that are. And yes, you might be missed. Yes, of course, no one can be you. You may be missed, but how much more will you be able to give the next time you're able to say yes to something? So, what do your boundaries look like? Have you stood in those? Have you executed those? Or do they have dust on them? Because whatever you don't define gets reassigned by others. Define your boundaries. Stand in them. You don't want them to keep being reassigned. I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you. All right? Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Have a great day. Thank you for joining my YouTube channel. I appreciate you and I don't take you for granted. I need you to do me a favor though. Subscribe right now so that you don't miss anything. Your notifications stay on, so anytime something's on this page, you'll be notified. This page is designed with you in mind. It's to share some content about what's going on in my life or what I feel might be going on in your life that we need to discuss or we need to talk about, or music or messages or just whatever is happening. I want to share it with you and I don't want you to miss it. That's why I want you to subscribe to this channel, and I thank those of you who have done so already. I appreciate you. We're connected. We're uniquely designed and we're living this life together. Thank you.